And we're back. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as the German Reich. Last time we left off, we had finally forced Turkey to capitulate, driven the British out of Vicky France's colonies around this sort of area, and started pushing into Egypt. This time, I plan to continue doing that same thing, and moving down towards Belgium's colonies there if I can, for the rubber and everything. Because, to be perfectly honest, even if my synthetic refineries can get me enough rubber to cover this, I'd rather get the African colonies out of the picture if I can. As in, I want to knock them out just because right now the Allies have those resources and can use them against me. I would like for that to stop being the case. So I'll continue on to that end. And because of that, I right now have 2 armies heading down into that area. One of which is still arriving, but I'm going to give both of them the order to attack right now anyways. Speaking of, we have some airplanes that we could do to move. It's not going to be nearly enough to give us air superiority right away, I don't think. But maybe it will help. Let's see, 635 out of 800. These guys can move down there to the 1000 place. I'm gonna call it. This will take a while. I think that will be enough to move for now. And we are still aggressively executing our plans, yes. And we've still got a handful of divisions that are not quite in the place we want them to be just yet. But there's nowhere near enough space for airplanes down in Damascus. That's going to be annoying. And as you can see with my battle plan, I've kind of changed my approach a little. I was originally going to try and just halt at the Suez Canal, but if possible, I want to drive the British out of Africa, which may be a somewhat ambitious and reckless move to be going for, but you never know unless you try, right? And Amman here, they're falling back from there, so we will do well, hopefully. But then they changed their mind about the whole falling back thing. I always kind of hated it when people would do that and go, yeah, we're falling back. No, we've changed our mind. We're actually not falling back. And yeah, they have 1,300 support craft in the Middle East, and I have about 600 or 700 right now, so going to take a while. Unfortunately. The British also, unfortunately, still have Cyprus. wait a second. Tactical bombers. Say 418 of them. I'm going to move those tactical bombers into Asia Minor, and then we can start bombing the Eastern Mediterranean. In case they get any ideas, you understand. But no need for close air support. Naval strike and port strike. You two keep them pinned there. And I get the feeling a little excursion into the Middle East is going to take a little longer than I would strictly like. That's another place fallen. How about you help out over there? Amman, 98%. Come on. Come on. Take them. Yes. But now we still need a load of rubber. How's my production doing for aircraft right now? Transport planes, we're only producing like one a year, basically. Thanks to my rubber shortage. That's nowhere near enough, but until some of my refineries come online to help with our rubber shortage, there's not going to be anything I can do about that, because everyone in the world that I could trade rubber with, I'm currently at war with. Meaning they are no longer a viable trade partner, because, well, I'm at war with them. And shocking though this may be, people generally are not all that inclined to trade with someone they're currently engaging on the field of battle. I know that shocks everyone, but it's true. People don't like trading with someone they're also at war with. Tel Aviv has fallen. Excellent job. Excellent. And I've got this guy down here trying to cut off these divisions and give them more supply problems to worry about. Speaking of supply problems, I'm starting to have some of those in the region. It happens. Palestine and Jordan, we're trying to take both those regions. As I said, at the minimum, I want to push up to the Suez Canal, just so I have a good point to hold off my enemies from terrain and all that jazz. You please help out there. Fortunately, getting some nice help over here. And we are in the green for the time being, even if... Let's see... Yeah. No transport aircraft in place right now, because I really need to get enough transport aircraft going on. It's part of my plan to actually end this war, you see, because I need transport aircraft to invade the UK. And I don't have those, unfortunately, so I have to hold off on the invading the British Home Isles for the time being. Now, we just have to keep on pushing. I'll break through soon enough. Even if it does take bloody forever to do. I'm gonna break through soon enough. Ace pilot promoted, that's lovely and all. Hang on a second, I gotta see this. Okay, I'm a little confused. The game is telling me this territory here is controlled by Vicky France. Yet, quite obviously from the map, I hold it. What is going on, really? That's what I want to know. What the hell is going on? Do I control that territory, or does my French puppet control it? That is what I want to know. Who actually has control, because it is not bleeding obvious right now. To be sure. But we're getting pretty close to the Suez Canal. Meaning that soon enough it's going to be time to decide if that goal of mine... Oh, all of this is going to the French. It's just temporarily mine before they take it, as I'm attacking from their territory. Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't mind too much, because Vicky France is my puppet. And because they're my puppet, it's effectively under my control. And this just makes it less of a headache, because I don't have to manage that territory or anything. But thank you, Italy, for losing that region to Free France. I'm beginning to think that I should have just puppeted Italy or something and gone to war with them instead of making them my ally. Italy at this moment in time is basically my... Well, Italy and Croatia are my only non-puppet allies in this war. So maybe I should have just stuck with puppeting Italy. It's been suggested by a few commenters that I should do that, and I did consider it for a brief moment in time, but one, this is supposed to be a historical run, and I just thought that making Italy a puppet rather than an actual ally was not very historically accurate, and therefore wouldn't fit the theme of this playthrough. And for another, given the fact that we're engaged in this major war and everything, the only way I would really be able to get Italy over to being mine at this stage would be to kick them from my faction and declare war on them, which would most likely cause Italy to immediately jump ship and join the Allies. And I have enough enemies as it is. I'm trying to limit how many enemies I make at one time, so that I can take them out piecemeal. Not sure how successful I'm being, but that's what I'm trying to do, where possible. Our guys there are holding their own now. And we keep on pushing. And yes, Vicky France, you are welcome to this territory once I take it. We can't ask for control of the state or anything, as they don't want to give it up despite being our puppet, but as I said, I don't have any problem with our puppet controlling that. It's not mainland France or anything, which I completely went apeshit over. And lovely, we're losing a boatload of convoys. Running low on supplies down here. How about you guys help me out so we can break them and accomplish what I'm here to do? Taking us some time to get to our front lines, but oh well. It doesn't make things go easily for me that my forces are basically just trickling in piecemeal. But you work with what you have, right? And right now I am losing a massive amount of convoys to British raids. Combined operations raiding is done. So now, I'm going to research the Tiger tank. I don't know that I'll actually end up using it, rather, but having access to some of the very good heavy tanks is something I want to do, even if I don't actually end up making use of it. That can only fit 400 planes. So move those guys down to there. And you're going off that and onto close air support. I have 900 planes up there protecting Greece right now. So actually, I'm gonna send them there. And move those back, because I moved the wrong set of planes, it would seem. Taking some time with those aircraft. Enemy has air superiority. Hopefully that rectifies itself in time, but who really knows? Unfortunately, right now my troops are trying to break across Cairo as well as take the last place on our side, and that's going to be problematic. Okay, I'll let you guys do what you want. I was gonna redirect one of the mobile units to do that job, but I'll stick with what we're using right now, I think. And if I take over there, then we can move on from that. Come on, guys. Take her. There we go. Now come on and take that place. Then we can try and get across the canal. Which is probably a fairly stupid thing to be attempting. Crossing the Suez Canal. And oh dearie. The enemy has air superiority in the Alpine. It's been so long since we've had any sort of issues with our core region. Honestly, I kind of forgot that it was even a problem. But that solved it. Deploy some of my spare units down in there. And we appear to have this issue resolved. Or not, because that attrition has returned. Something I am quite miffed by. We've also failed to take that region because they poured in reinforcements. But we've taken it now. And they're trying to reverse that. Okay. I don't see anything that'll give me any idea of how well fortified my enemy's position is. But we can probably take it for granted that it's quite well fortified. And we appear to be making a bit of progress across the Suez over here. My U-boat effort is done. Now, let's see. Next thing, let's find her. Well, I'm a paranoid son of a bitch, and we are still at war with the Germans, so I'll take that one. Start working on some Atlantic fortifications. But I do believe we're about to break through, unless I'm very much mistaken. And the enemy keeps getting air superiority in Asia Minor, coming and going. Really is quite annoying. Come on now. Break through. Come on now. Come on. And we're winning up there. Yeah, if we can get across this channel, that's basically their last chance of defending the region gone up in smoke. If we can get across and hold it. As you saw right there, it's holding it that's going to be the problem. As my troops are in the streaming and few snail bits of things, and oh bloody hell, Tel Aviv has fallen. And so is a little bit of former Turkey up here. Bloody Italians, just take it back, will you? You have an island literally sitting on the border with the goddamn Turks and what they have now. Just take the damn thing back already. This is going to be a case of I need to deal with it myself by redeploying a bunch of my shit. I just know it is. I just bloody know it. Unfortunately, our allies in Legionary Romania and Vicky France are not nearly so incompetent and are actually taking the fight to the British landing forces near Tel Aviv. So well done for being less incompetent than the bloody Italians. You can't even be bothered to do anything about that little pocket there. I miss... oh my god. I miss having the ability to assume direct control of allies and military units during a war from Darkest Hour. I really do wish they had kept that in. I can't emphasize enough just how handy that was. And just to be able to point at a nation and say, I want your military units because you suck at commanding them properly. It was just excellent to be able to do that and made things less of a pain in the ass in a lot of regards. Jesus. But we're past the Suez Canal. And should be able to start pushing in at some stage or other. That's a good thing, I suppose.
Befehle. Achtung.
Let's see. Eight divisions here. You can take them. That's gonna be... I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this army, honestly. They might be the beginnings of my garrison force to keep things under control in Turkey and get rid of any unrest there. Because I'm gonna need one of those, that's for sure. Yes, that's what they'll do. They'll be my army to enforce good behavior in Turkey. And yes, we're fully across the Suez now, and I can start doing something about the presence of the British here, which is a bit of an eyesore, you have to admit. And we're currently just shredding them like paper down there. It's going well. There's going to be a lot of Turkey that I'll have to take back from them. That much is certain. Just that wouldn't be the case if I had competent allies. They're gonna keep at this. Just keep on pushing. We're gonna lose Izmir again. Fucking British and their goddamn naval invasions. Seriously. I really hate these bastards. Only gonna send one of you over to do that. Fortunately finished off there. Ugh, Italians. Would you Italians finish those jackasses off, please? And Japan is gone to war with the British. Well, Britain's puppet state, to be more precise, but... it's a rather large war, and they've not finished up with China yet either. Although... they're doing quite well at it. And of course, everyone who's fighting us, and is therefore in the Allies, even the capitulated ones, are joining in against the Japanese. Although really it's just they signed a piece of paper that said they would say this, but they're not actually going to be doing anything of note. If I'm perfectly honest. That is basically what's going on. What's this? No, my mistake. I thought for half a heartbeat there that the Italians were actually going to do something competent and attack the Allies down in that little pocket there, which is growing as I wait for my reinforcements from Europe to make it there. And at the same time, the British are invading Italy. You see, this is why I should have just said fuck Italy and made them my puppet, and just made that one exception to my historical run. I'm beginning to see that now, because Italy is falling apart. But I have my own problems with Turkey down here. So I can't really help them. Taking that soon enough. South Africa's joining in against the Japanese. Why not? Alright. You guys arrive in your destination. And that's another province for the Axis. Including a few that I don't technically hold because reasons. The ones behind impassable terrain and all that jazz, I mean. Okay, now. Okay. And also, sorry if my commentary has been kind of lackluster this episode so far, but I've been really focused on this war, and because we're kind of in dire straits, what with this naval invasion here, and the fact the Italian homeland is getting invaded and everything. it's starting to be rather aggravating in some ways. So that's a bit of a problem.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
That army will arrive there soon.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
You move into that position.
Ausrücken.
You take over that. Yeah, I'm pushing down there with some of them, and up here with others. I have a fairly big army down in Africa. I might as well make progress where I can. Why did I even decide I wanted to get involved in Africa? That was a dumb decision from the outset. I really should have just ignored Africa and just attacked the Soviet Union or something, because I did not need to go through Turkey. That just became a massive headache I wish I could get out of, honestly. But here's to hoping that Turkey does not become my Afghanistan. That would be real nice if it didn't.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Now we've got a bunch of boys attacking Alexandria here, which is completely and utterly cut off. And this is a rather massive vein of Turkey. Has Turkey uncapitulated as a result of this or something? Or is that not something that will happen? We'll wait to see if they manage to get back 20% of their victory points, which I'd like to stop them from doing, but if they do, then we'll see if it's possible for a country to uncapitulate. Because I've never seen that happen, but it wouldn't surprise me over much if it could, and they could just come back from capitulation if they retook if their allies retook a certain amount of their territory. That wouldn't surprise me too much if that was something that could happen. I'll go after them. Yeah, I should just never have involved myself in Africa. That was a big mistake. I'm just hoping it's not a fatal one, though. Yeah, have your non-aggression pact, Manchukuo. I don't care. They're just some irrelevant Japanese puppet over in China. Nobody gives a damn about them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. For some reason, only one of those armies was attacking. Yes, let's fix that, and now Vicky France extends all the way down to there.
Befehle. Befehle? Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
Continue pushing in that direction. We do the same up here.
Angetreten. Bereit. Vorwärts, Männer.
So it looks like I'm holding off Turkey there in terms of what they've got, but I really need to push back and retake it. Which will most likely not occur for some time. Because of reasons.
Weiter, weiter.
We are making progress, though. Down into there, and I do like making progress. Even if this war is shaping up to be a rather long one, and it's going to be a swift, decisive victory, like I would have very much liked to see. Even though I knew that wasn't going to happen, I still thought it would be kind of nice if I could win a quick, decisive victory or something. But, you know, that wasn't never actually going to happen. Outside of my own head, I mean. No great, glorious victory or anything like that. That was not going to be a thing. And I don't think I really expected it to be, neither.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
That fight up there is not going to end for a long time yet. Maybe if I can get some more air power in there, it might help, but I don't know. Yeah, take your non-aggression pact.
Ausrücken.
Now... some more places for Vicky France to govern. They can take over most of the places that we are conquering in Africa, as far as I'm concerned. I have no interest in directly governing Africa. That would just be a gigantic pain in the ass, to be perfectly honest. Take that. And now the British are actually getting involved with British divisions, because before we were just fighting, like, I don't know, colonial regulars or something, I suppose. Is what they would be, I guess. Going pretty well up here. And we should get to the point where we can take Libya back soon. Which I'm sure the Italians will thank us for profusely. I just wish there was a way to not give them back Libya, because they've proven their incompetence already. And I would like to not trust them with keeping hold of North Africa, as they obviously can't do a good enough job.
Angetreten.
But we are doing pretty good in Africa, despite the fact that I kind of wish we had never gone down there in the first place, I mean. So I suppose I can't complain too much about it, even if I would like to. Yes, I would like to complain about Africa, just because, like I said, I kind of regret coming down here,
Ausrücken.
but can't really, since it's going okay so far.
Zuhören.
That region there. Yeah, soon enough we are going to be taking territory off the Italians.
Diese Befehle?
Libya, I think it's time you go back to your proper overlords. And yes, that's Italian territory. Once again, Italy, you've proven that you are worthless, and I don't know why I trusted you to do anything right. I really do not know.
Angetreten. Achtung. Ausrücken.
How about you murder their faces for me so my divisions down here can continue their march?
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Continues that.
Angetreten.
And once you hit Asmara there, that'll be a nice bit of progress. Oh, we're giving that back to Italy. Oh, that's right. That was Italian Somalia, as well as Ethiopia. Down there, wasn't it? That the British have now occupied. Speaking of which, you know, it always struck me as odd that when you occupied a country that was annexed, like Ethiopia, and obviously didn't want to be part of Italy, that there's no option to set up a provisional government and re-establish the old order there or something. It always struck me as unusual you couldn't do something like that to just sort of like get things back the way they thought the government should be, rather than just occupying the territory yourself, because I doubt the British in World War II would occupy Ethiopia. More likely they just kind of set up like a provisional government and stuff with the old people who used to be in charge or something, would be my guess, but I don't actually know. History of Ethiopia is not something I really know a goddamn thing about, so I could be completely off about that. But Italy is getting a bit of their territory back up there.
Los, los, los! Weiter, weiter! Achtung!
Nice progress going there. Tobruk is taking its sweet ass time to fall, unfortunately. And I'm moving us up to 3 speed now, because if I don't, then we will end this episode without it even hitting 1942. Which I object to strongly. I really, really do. Take some more provinces there. Right. I've got to take care of some real life stuff, so I will be back in a second, everybody. Okay. I'm back with everything now, so let's carry on. More of the same, really. We're just kind of hammering away at the Germans. Sorry, at the Allies. And they're being a general pain in the ass by invading us and doing stupid shit. And apparently we're taking back the stuff they managed to yoink from us in Turkey, so well done, garrison army, and useless puppets, and Italians. Actually, not well done, Italians, because you suck. Fuck you, Italians. Fuck you. Move along the coast like that, I think, and we'll move up to Benghazi. No political jokes, please. I can't believe I have to say this in a freaking World War II era playthrough, but this is the YouTube's comments section we're talking about, so I wouldn't put it past you guys to bring up something about that. Next stage landing craft, please. Pin those guys there so they don't try anything.
Angetreten.
Seems my guys somehow managed to totally annihilate the Allied forces that had landed over there while I wasn't looking, because I was just completely looking away since I have other things to concentrate on a lot of the time. So they just went and destroyed everything while I wasn't looking, which is handy and surprisingly unexpected. In a good way, mind you. I do not expect to see, when I look away for a little bit and then look back, most of their army has bought it. Now, I'll take that extra research slot, just because I don't know how much research I'm actually going to end up getting done. But, oh fuck me, they took back Benghazi. Oh well, just means a slight delay, I guess.
Angetreten.
And oh look, the Belgians have soldiers there, and they think they have a legitimate army. Isn't that adorable? Oh, so precious. Belgium thinks they have a real army. Aw, that's so cute. It's just adorable. After all, everyone knows Belgium is just a province of France. I don't know why they think they have a real army, but it's just cute. And anyone who doesn't get the Belgium is fictional reference.
Unter Beschuss.
It's something I picked up from Quill 18 ages ago, and is just a running joke that I've heard on his channel a bunch, that Belgium is just a fictional ahistoric country that does not exist. Which I just found the idea kind of amusing, so I went and co-opted it on a few occasions. So yeah, that is where that comes from. Well done. Guys, I'm doing Italy's job for them, as per usual.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle!
Let's take Izmir back. Try and squish them there.
Ihre Befehle! Bereit!
Come on then. I'm just gonna run this basically until we hit 1942. Beginning of January. If anyone's curious as to when this particular episode is gonna be stopping, 1942.
Ausrücken!
I think will be my designated stop date.
Zuhören!
I'm gonna keep it going till we hit 42.
Ihre Befehle? Bereit!
And that is when I'll stop for this episode, and we'll pick up next time with basically more of the same, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Move these guys over to... Hold that thought. The Frenchies are going to do it for me, so no reason for me to.
Zuhören!
We are driving forward over here, and Italy's got a lot of their North African territory in Libya back, and we're working on giving them their other African colonies back. Siam joins Japan's alliance. Well done, Siam. And then once we're done with Italy, we're gonna start working on Free France over here. All our allies want lend-leases in place. I'm just gonna give them that. No reason not to, really.
Angetreten! Befehle! Ausrücken!
Continue on with this as we squish the UK up north and give Italy their shit. But again, well done Italy for being so incompetent. That takes some doing. It really does. It really fucking does.
Befehle! Zuhören! Befehle!
And we've mostly got the whole issue with Turkey resolved right now, fortunately.
Angetreten!
You mind helping me out with that?
Achtung!
Fortunately, you don't seem to.
Zuhören!
That was a bit of a fail by that army.
Angetreten. Angetreten.
Minor setback at that one province up there, but we're just busy raffle stomping them for the most part.
Zuhören. Ausrücken.
First of all, clean up that particular eyesore for me.
Angetreten.
Oh, we've got someone doing that already.
Ausrücken.
Then move into Free France, please.
Befehle. Angetreten. Achtung.
Assembly line production. Good, good. 1943. Get me some rubber processing so my refineries get me more rubber. I can always do with more rubber.
Ihre Befehle. Bereit.
Now we are busy defending your asses.
Suchen Deckung.
You guys can break off your attack, please.
Bereit.
No. Stop it.
Ziel anvisiert. Bereit.
I want you to attack over there and help them. As that one we have a reasonable chance at. What you were doing before? Not so much, I don't
Zeigt
think.
es ihnen. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
And we are finally starting to push into Belgium. Which is nice, as that's something I wanted a while now. But we're a good deal away from, good distance from Belgium's rubber and the UK's as well. Still, this is gonna take us a while before it yields any resources. And this operation was, as I've said before, kind of pointless, because there were other, simpler ways I could have gotten those resources. Like these refineries I am building right bloody now. Just to give one example. These refineries.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
How about over there, please?
Achtung.
In the fight that has a reasonable chance of succeeding.
Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
And now we've split them off this little pocket from their supplies.
Bereit.
Tripoli should fall in short order, provided things don't go too horribly wrong.
Zuhören.
Pause. No, I
Ausrücken.
think we need to start clearing that up a bit.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Those up here. One of those, and we'll finish off that.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
This is again all for bloody Italy, because they suck. I'm telling you, the next time I do a playthrough with historical Hearts of Iron 4's Germany,
Zuhören.
I'm just going to take Italy out of the equation, and I'm not even going to puppet them. I'm just not going to have them involved at all. They can stay bloody isolationist during that game. If I do another one, honestly, is my conclusion. Just from how awful they are at everything. Oh, it's the 2nd of January already. I did not notice. Maybe I can go for just a little bit longer. Not much. I'm not about to keep going until 1943 or anything like that. But I can delay ending this episode for just a little bit, because we're reversing a bunch of the losses we had earlier, quite dramatically, in fact. Rather dramatic reversal of fortune in terms of a lot of things which we were failing at before. Would you look at that? Tripoli is completely surrounded now. They have a lot of divisions in there, Tripoli, but they'll run out of supplies eventually and just start choking on their lack of supplies. Apparently we have to give Italy a big chunk of Africa. I would be annoyed by this, but it's just one of those mechanical things I can't be bothered to care about, where one part of why certain provinces go to certain people is determined by whose territory you're attacking from. And since we're attacking from Italian territory a lot now, and so they get a bunch of this. Now,
zeigt es ihnen! Befehle!
Let's see. These guys are pretty damn isolated. Cut them off a bunch. British are pushing pretty hard against us up north. But everywhere else, it's going well. Then we have to give Italy a bunch of this shit. I can just continue driving into enemy territory on basically every front now. It's just glorious. Haha. You, at Dar es Salaam, are surrounded. And it's my experience that surrounded people do rather badly at lasting for any significant amount of time. And just look at the amount of rubber we need now. It's down to only 18. Yeah, maybe invading Africa wasn't the best way to go, but a lot of things since then have just been paying dividends in massive amounts in that regard. They really have. That battle, though, to finally finish off what's left of their occupying force over there, may take a bit of time. Yeah, help them out with that city cities tend to take more time to conquer when they have troops in them. At least that's my experience at this point in time, that cities are just harder to occupy overall. Landing craft are done. Oh balls. My fighter research has been falling behind like nobody's business. My aircraft in general, in fact. I'm like 2 years behind now. I really should have been paying more attention to that. But I was focused more on winning the individual battles than anything else. Which is just really fucking stupid. Okay.
Ausrücken!
Let's continue our push.
Achtung!
Finish off what we can when we can. And Tripoli has now fallen. And you can push on up there and liberate a bit of Vichy France's territory in Morocco, which should have been theirs but was occupied by bloody Free France ages ago. Have I mentioned how much of a pain in the ass that is? Because it's quite the pain in the ass, really.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Go and take Elizabethville for me, please. If you wouldn't mind, my dear. But, right. I think this is going to be a suitable stopping point for this episode. We've pushed back the British and Free France in Africa. I, through Vichy France, own almost all of the Middle East, although the British have managed another naval landing that'll have to be containing at some point. And we are finally pushing into Morocco, as well as Belgium's colonies there, and moving towards South Africa. With a little bit of luck, we should be able to take out most of the Allies' territory in Africa in another episode or two, leaving me free to just garrison some of the regions so they don't retake them when my troops are too far away, and start focusing on my planned attack on the United Kingdom. That's my hope anyways. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but I'm going to give it a shot. And we've nearly finished up with that landing in Turkey earlier on now, and have that well contained and down to one province and a handful of Greek locations that have been retaken that I will be helping to unretake. But that will all be for next time, and possibly the time after that, depending on how long it takes. So, this has been DarkPhoenix Gaming. You have been watching Hearts of Iron 4 as the German Reich. I hope you'll join me next time, when we will continue to take it to the Allies. And no doubt do Italy's job for them a bazillion more times. So, until next time, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below if you have any tips or suggestions for just improving my gameplay, and subscribe to see more like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then.